think you guys remember at the Super Major, I believe there was some talk to Solo about Raid. Like, when do you pick it? And never.
Wait a minute though. They found Ame right from the start, but there's a lot of bugs. There is going to be Raid being cut off from the rest of his team, and all alone, the King is taken down.
Well, Canada is north of the wall, but he was on the wrong side of it this time.
Oh no.
Option with just a silencer.
They are instead going to be able to find the other pull, which is the pull into the off lane, secure their lane equilibrium back into their favor. Looks like Chalice is going to come over, having gotten that level 2, and going to put the hurt to him a little bit. So yeah, things to watch
There's
out.
definitely kill threat on Solo here. He's playing very aggressively.
And the bugs are on him now. The shards, they go out. They don't last all that long, but with the Nightmare, the runaway, they're getting the body blocks in. Solo, once this Nightmare dissipates, he's going to have another round of Sakuchi, and FY saying, come and fight me. I want to battle with you, man. And they are going to deny. Hit him. No, great Chalice finds the kill. My heart's beating a little fast after that one.
Yeah, when you're playing this Bane, you're trying to get under the tower. And so try and put the zombies onto the Weaver.
Doesn't really work that well with the snowball on him, and instead they're going to turn the damage back onto Ramses. The minus armor and the punches, they go on another Nightmare, but traded it over. Chalice also in the area, but the crit comes from Ramses. Get off me!
Well, the crit wasn't very effective on the bug on him, but on the bug skittering around, much better.
It's just one of those things with the Weaver, you know, not a ton of HP, a lot of survivability in other ways. The silent, so it won't hit onto the torrent, and that means there's no arrow either. Nice play by X-Nova.
Still just laying into Roger here.
Roger living? And it's going to TP away, and the punch! He got him! X-Nova not giving up on the play.
That puts him now at 4 stolen imp, and he runs right back into Pasha. Just rotating on over, trying to secure that 4-minute bounty rune. Bug shakes it off pretty well. Chalice, unfortunately, will do the same thing. Solo just constantly harassing through the entire fight with the Nightmare, kind of controlling up this Weaver, and boom! 200 damage.
Felt pretty good about that one. Oh, look at the smile.
Oh, no one in trouble here. Back in the game with the sun now going.
Turning now on to Somnus. They pull the snowball in further forward. Can they get alive? No. Somnus gets the kill on no one. That's great.
Yeah, excellent initiation from FY there. The way that he doesn't just go in with the snowball and use the shards at the same time, he's spacing out his spells there, waits until the concoction's being used, and then he can kind of play around that with the snowball, which is, honestly, even though the alpha's picked after, it's a very telegraphed stun, so it can be very handy to have a Tusk on your team versus it, especially with how important it is now where you go for this Radiance, then straight into the Blink on the Alchemist to try and be active with that cooldown talent.
FY going to snowball onto Solo, needs to be careful. The Fairy Fire's there, they bring in another, and this might be some more damage. The Nightmare, the punches, FY is dead. They traded over the Nightmare, actually. Now Solo able to retreat. Chalice still chasing. Somnus has Laguna Blade. This should be a very easy pickup for them, but they lost Solo. Amount of burst damage that you've got on the lean if no one stuck around for too long. But he's just going to head off, farm up the jungle. This is what the Alchemist wants to do, and we'll see if any heroes try to rotate to take over mid. It looks like, though, FY is going to come and contest his farm in the jungle here. This is not what an Alchemist wants, and Somnus has a Hasterin as well. They spot out no one in trouble here as he does have his stun. Laguna Blade, everything thrown out. He turns the stun back around. Ramsey shows up now, throws out the Wraithfire Blast. They have the X as well as a follow-up torrent. This might end up being a death maybe.
Skelly's finisher off there, and a bit too deep there. It's hard to judge a good out game right now after what we saw this morning. One of the best live. No one's looking very good. I don't think it's quite as devastating as an alpha pick as our previous match. But Pasha, he's out of mana.
Trying to leap away. FY again, just back here behind enemy lines over and over. He keeps finding, if not just annoying somebody, then finding kills. 5 VP. Minutes in, looks like Psg.Lgd gonna farm up the stack that was lovingly made by Virtus Pro. Solo, he's the Lina. Well, the snowball also coming in, it sounds like. Over towards the side, they find themselves a catch here onto the Kunkka.
He is so far behind, he's gonna lose more in. This is hard on a strength roamer like this. Now 8 stolen for X-Nova. Oh no!
Nightmare dodge. Is it going to keep him alive? Or are they going to be able to find the kill rather?
There's Invis rune.
They're turning it back around. Solo maybe in trouble. They try and smoke to run away, but the crit is there. Ramsey's able to turn this one. Chaos in the jungle as they're going to be able to find themselves Solo, and FY just trying to run away, but there is going to be an X, and it looks like they're going to be able to take down FY's
Maybe
Tusk.
they'll also caught at the Roche pit trying to run.
I I mean, he's still getting away from them for the moment. The punches are coming. FY making a lot of space, and eventually the snowball continuing to make space. Are you kidding me? FY, surely not. All right, he gets brought down to the end. Wanting to take advantage of this timing before the Alchemist really comes online. It's, you know, a lot of different timings that you need to hit in a game like this, but getting as much done before that Alch comes online is important.
Yeah, it doesn't require a whole lot for that mid tower either. Just the Weaver and the Terrorblade. Maybe just walks into the wave up top, and Ramses is forced to just run away. Doesn't really want to waste his ultimate, and he'll have the Blink Dagger now, so probably a smoke play coming here. In fact, it'll just be a Moonlight Shadow, but it's all around this Weaver.
They see Ame as well, able to find him. The Global comes out in response. That boat's still going to hit, but I don't know if they have the follow-up now. With the Moonlight Shadow runaway, LGD, limited vision in this area. The snowball save for the moment away from Ramses, and now chasing forward for more. Somnus is here as well. Chalice doing a good bit of damage. He might end up being brought down. They weren't able to find the kill there onto the Wraith King. Solo making space for the rest of his cores to find themselves kills. And it's a bane for a Weaver. You take that every day of the week.
Yeah, Ramses.
Oh, wait, Ramses? Oh, that's just the ulti, but it hurts a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that good. He wanted to blink in, I think, and try and get the slow going so the team could follow up, but at that point, they're just running low on everything. Pretty deep. Not a whole lot of threat to his life. If he goes down once, it's pretty hard for someone like the Lina, for example, to kill him a second time. And they're going to smoke right under another ward here from LGD.
They find the stun. The boat's going to be there as well. The long duration silence, it's not going to connect. And now the secondary stun hits onto the Alchemist. They're trying to focus down no one. He is starting to drop, but there's the Moonlight Shadow. They have double dust for double the kill. Arrow going to miss.
What an incredible game of vision from Psg.Lgd. It seems like every single time they can just go in on that bottom lane because the Observer Ward is smoking.
You talk about the vision, the sentry's down, ready for that potential gank. Everything, it's always there.
Yeah, they just have...
Is going to be left alone. They're going to decide to go on him. I think they spotted that rotation coming as well. FY in the area. They're going to snowball for this kill and not able to do almost anything.
Another, oh, actually not a -2. He didn't get there in time from X-Nova, but now they can pressure in as 3 here. You have a Terrorblade. So a Yule Scepter forced out here for Pasha. Some way to deal with this silence, but it means that he can't really go into any sort of damage for himself. And they are going to smoke up here. This time, it won't be directly scouted necessarily. There was an illusion in the area from Ame.
He takes that rune.
But the arrow's already gone.
Yeah, no follow-up right now either. They realize where all of VP is, and that smoke not going to amount to a kill, it looks like.
And it looks like they just got all 4 bounty runes here to the side of LGD.
Clinical.
You definitely need that as an Alch team.
And no one wants to find the stun here on the Chalice. Time lapse, there is still an X that's going to catch him. The Global is going to be there. The boat is still going to connect at the end of it. So they find themselves a kill on no one. That's the beginning.
Yes, very good takedown Chalice like that. Give no one a little bit of gold, so keep those up. They want to keep the ball rolling. They're moving through. Solo has the Nightmare. He finds the correct one. This time we have the arrow, but he stops it.
Oh, the trade over with the Manta. Great play, and the snowball save as well. Following for more. Roger is going to die here, it looks like, as they do have the vision to take him down. X-Nova running away. The Yule Scepter dodge still manages to hit there onto X-Nova, who is going to fall. Well, going to blade out onto no one. Still jumping out of there. They can't get the sun drop. He still does have the Aegis.
Solo found that big kill with the Fiend's Grip. Now coming back up. They will miss with the arrow, and they're chasing forward. They have the snowball.
Fly looking for that opening. It's just going to walrus punch Solo there, and the Light Strike Array going to connect. Now, can they find any more? LGD looking to continue this.
Fly wants it. He throws a long bomb, but the Hail Mary won't connect, and they will just settle for this tier 2 tower. So it looks like with buybacks and everything to the side of the Radiant, relatively even.
Aegis having expired, already been used up in that last fight by Ame. It does feel like Psg.Lgd are going to be waiting for the next Roche before they really go for a big team fight. There's the lift up there. Arrow afterwards connects onto the silencer. Diffuser blade out. No one shows up, wants to take this fight possibly.
They can't even finish the silencer. They're not sure what's happening on the side of LGD, but the reinforcements are actually quite far away.
They are showing up though, and X-Nova, all the illusions chasing him, feels pretty bad right now to be a silencer, but...
Wait, he might get out?
Is he actually going to be able to walk away from this? Has a TP as well, and now Ramses is kind of in an awkward spot. Do they realize where he's at? The Sigil, it spots him out, and Ramses is going to be caught, and blocks the blade mail, tries to turn this, but it does look like eventually, again, the Wraith King will be found.
X-Nova wants that -2. Get over here, buddy.
He's sticking around. They bullied him earlier, but they eventually take the kill.
17 to 10 now. now a 4K lead.
Pressure that's coming, and you see this right here. How many feel like comfortable pressing this far
would be a
forward while
big
the smoke
grab
is
on
going
no one.
on, and they're looking for him. Find him immediately. There's going to be the dual scepter. Can they follow it up? Snowball, Walrus Punch. They have the Spear Vessel. He's not reaching, and he's dying.
Even throw the ulti to secure, but Pasha still rotates in here. He's all alone.
Is he really trying to take this? They actually might be able to make this work, though. The silence is going to be there as well. Pasha's dead from Somnus as well. They buy back on the Mirana. X-Nova chasing forward on no HP, but FY is going to be there as well. And there's the Laguna Blade onto the Kunkka. Does not even get to cast his ship as Ramsey's also being ran at. LGD, what are you doing? You're just tearing at him. They're going for the R1 toggle, but it's not enough. They take down the bottom tier 3 tower. Ame controlling so much space. They actually might be able to kill off this Terrorblade, but is he going to be able to get out there? The snowball, they've got it. No one in trouble and dead yet again. LGD running over the corpses of Virtus Pro.
I think last game the buybacks weren't there. This time they were for Virtus Pro, but they were not used in the best possible way.
And you can hear the adoration from the crowd right now. A huge win right here as they are taking down the first set of barracks 25 minutes into this game. $13,000 gold lead for LGD could potentially be.
They have to fight this. There's no choice, but remember the buybacks are limited for Virtus Pro.
None on at all any of the heroes for Virtus Pro.
Roger, the only one that's even close.
And the arrow's going to go out. It's going to connect on Illusion.
Ramsey's
now they know. There's the Yule Scepter lift up. They do have a global stone. They want to use it possibly. It's going to be dropped down, but they have the Aegis. It's on the Terrorblade. Chasing for more. They bring down X-Nova low, but he's still not dead. He does finally fall. Can they kill off Roger? It is going to happen. And now can they chase for any more? Ramsey still dodging into this one. He goes for the snowball. There's going to be a Fiend's Grip onto the Terrorblade, trying to kill him off. The Blade Bell's still going for Ramsey's as they lay into him. And now there's the reflection coming out as well. They do bring him down one time, but it comes at the cost of the Wraith King's first life as well.
Back up, and he's just all on his own. The team is abandoning Ramses.
And trying to arm toggle his way out of this. It's not going to happen. He does take down Chalice. Not a bad kill there. Solo also being killed off as well, though. And 3 dead. That's the Aegis down. At the very least.
Ends up being a relatively even trade across the board there, but once you add in the fact that the Aegis was taken as well as the cheese, they lose the Aegis, but at least they'll get to keep the cheese there on for Ame.
Arrow out, no one trying to go for initiation here. This could be good for them, but they can't even kill off the Tusk early. The reflection just so hard to fight into that radiance that you just get
Roger
for free.
needs a big play.
Oh, and the Manta dodge as well. Not bad from Ame. The boat's gonna hit, but nothing else.
If it was maybe, you just use him up in the air, grabbed him. Made sure he couldn't initiate for the Aegis steal.
At this point, too, going forward through every subsequent fight, they're going to have that reflection cooldown on the Terrorblade. They found themselves no one yet again. There is not an answer in the world for that.
That Spirit Vessel is just such a strong feat at this point when you're able to catch up to an alchemist like this. Guy from no one, and suddenly you've killed one hero and you can run down this fight. We are still dealing with a Tricore that isn't that traditional sense of having like someone relatively tanky. Solo will finally get caught on a mission here.
Arrow flying out as well. BP, they're going to buy back on Solo. And there's the Diffuser Blade onto Pasha, forcing out the leap. The stun is going to connect. They have the X, the Torrent. It's going to be off the mark, though. Now Terrorblade just walks in bold as brass and throw out that reflection, daring them to come and fight.
And you can see, again, very disciplined play here from Psg.Lgd. They don't chase it all. They might have some pretty high mobility.
Now, there's going to be the stun going out again. Locked for the moment. They still are tearing into this tower. Solo with nowhere really left to go, and he's going to get punched to death. Ame striking forward, asserting dominance over the captain of Virtus Pro, who fought back, so they don't have this made in the next fight. And it might not even be a fight, to be honest, the way that this is going. LGD just walking over them. No one trying to get it back with the Shiva's Guard, slow down this pressure that's coming. But this looks like it's going to be the second set of racks. And GG is called. Eventually, LGD stomp over him.
That was an emphatic victory from LGD. They never really looked behind. They saw every move coming from Virtus Pro. I think they knew what Virtus Pro were doing before Virtus Pro did.